there's a lot of habituation towards smoking or a particular form of a substance or of eating disorders in general. So what does aversion therapy say is it's based upon the principle of classical conditioning. I smoke because that kind of gives me a calming effect. So I continue to smoke. Whenever I'm stressed, I would go and I would smoke. So what do we do is through aversion therapy, we create an aversion. We create a undesirable emotion with the habit that I'm indulging in. As small as when we were young, so we used to hear if a child is biting the nails, put chilies, red chili over here, chili powder over here. So the moment they would put their hand in the mouth, they would taste the chili and they would not want to do it. This is based upon aversion therapy. This is exactly what we do in our counseling as well. Let's say this particular person has been eating a lot of unhealthy foods. Okay, and because that kind of give them a lot of pleasurable stimulation, so they continue to eat. But once in that unhealthy food, either we pair it with a mild shock, either we pair it with something that is what they do not like. So it creates an aversion. Like, let's say I'm very fond of mushrooms, but one fine day I eat a mushroom, or I pair my eating mushroom with putting a lot of salt in it, or putting the mushrooms that do not taste that well. So now next time I would not want to eat because the last time that aversion was created. So this is aversion therapy approaches. This is a lot used by psychiatrists also. There are a lot of medications that we give to people who have certain sort of addictive behaviors in order to cut down those addictions in them. We also do it with people who have been very habituated to smoking. So what happens is smoking has nicotine. Smoke has a nicotine, right? Cigarettes. So whenever we're trying to help a person cut down from their smoking habits, what do we tell them is in our in-person sessions, when they smoke, what do? They smoke and then they wait for a while. And then after a few seconds, they would smoke. So they would smoke very after time interval, right? Because that kind of gives them a feeling of relaxation. But what do? We give them a nicotine rush. We just tell them to take rapid puffs. So उससे क्या होता है, वो बहुत nauseatic feeling आती है. So now what have we done? अभी तक smoking was helping me to give that relaxation feeling. And we don't tell this to the client कि हम आपको इसलिए पिला रहे हैं ताकि nausea create हो. नहीं, we just tell them अच्छा आप smoke करते हो, okay, अब rapid smoke करना शुरू हो जाओ, rather than time दे के आपको जल्दी जल्दी smoke करना है. ठीक है, एक सिगरेट को जल्दी खत्म करना है. तो अब उससे क्या होगा कि वो बहुत वो nausea feeling create हो जाएगी. So the next time that he would want to smoke, he would feel कि बहुत nausea हुआ था last time that I did it. So it would help them to cut down.